Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing 3 looks featuring the Poison Garden palette by Nabla. This is a beautiful neutral palette with pops of color. You got the blue, the berry tones, the orange. It's just really pretty and stunning. So I'm super excited. If you want to see how to get 3 looks, then keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video and click on the bell to be notified of all my future uploads. So the first look I call the Party Princess because it's just a super fun purple cut crease essentially. So I'm starting off with the Berry Bite shade and I'm just using a sort of dense fluffy brush to pack that into the crease. So as you can see, I'm using more pressing motions because I really want to get all the pigment saturated and place it where I want it to be essentially. And then I'm going to go in with the deep kind of brownish purple shade called Opera, and I'm just using that on a slightly smaller brush to add depth to the crease. So I'm going slightly lower than where I placed the Berry Bite shade. I'm taking a smaller, more precise brush to wing that out, and then I'm just packing a little bit more of it into the crease, again just to add some dimension and depth, really right in the socket. Then I'm going to take a fluffy brush and just lightly blend around the edges. I don't want to move this color around too much, but I also don't want any harsh lines. For the lid shade, I'm going to take this beautiful purple called Craving, and I'm going to start pressing that on the mobile lid. And then once I have that placed, I'm going to go back in with Opera and tap that onto the outer corner just to give some dimension out there. And I'm taking a very small, precise brush to, again, wing that out and also go over any lines that may have gotten covered up. To highlight the inner corner, I'm going to take the shade Rosita and also the shade Adoration. Adoration is one of my favorite shades in this palette. It's so just dimensional. It has like blue and purple reflex. And then just to brighten up a little bit, I'm going back in with Rosita just to lighten it up. Again, just going back in to blend, make sure there's no harsh lines. And to blend even further, I'm going to take the ivory shade called Canvas, and I'm just using that to go around the edges towards the brow bone. For the lower lash line, I'm going back in with Berry Bite on a small little pencil brush, and I'm just dragging that all the way across. And then very close to the lash line, I'm going to take a very small defined flat brush, and I'm going to pack in Opera all the way across. I just added some liner, and that's the finished look. Ideally, you would use lashes, but I didn't have any, but I think it turned out really good nonetheless. For the second look, I am calling this one the Rebel. It's just a super fun, easy look. So essentially, I'm just going to be taking one shade, the shade Majorelle, I think that's how you say it, and I'm just going to be winging that out. I think it's a really fun way to incorporate color into an everyday look, and moving into the spring and summer, I think it'll be super cool, just a little bit different, more fun than like a brown or a black eyeliner. So again, I'm just taking a little angled brush and just slowly packing that color on and making sure I get the angle I want. Once I get the outer corner done, I move into the inner corner and just sort of make it a little bit more pointy, I guess. And then I'm going to take a very small brush and just drag that along to connect the inner corner to the outer corner. And I just check to make sure the wings are even. And then to add a little bit more depth, I'm taking a very small brush and the black color called Zodiac, and I'm just really kind of nestling that in between my lashes. So that's the finished look. I paired it with a very super natural everyday base, just because I feel like the eye is the standout moment, and it's just so fun and easy, and blue can be intimidating sometimes, but I think this is a very approachable, easy way to wear it. And I gotta get my snoozing pup in the background. He's so cute. So this one I'm calling the Queen because it's just a very sultry look, and this is a halo eye. So to start the halo eye, I'm going to be taking the shade Narrative, which is just a really nice neutral brown, and I'm just going to start buffing that into the crease. Then to deepen it up a little bit, I'm going to go in with Honey, which is a really warm, kind of burnt orange color, and I'm just going right over the narrative shade. Once I have the depth in the crease, I'm going to start packing that the honey shade, excuse me, on the outer corner, and I'm just using pressing motions to get the most pigment to stick, and then I'm going to press that into the inner corner as well. So essentially I'm going to be creating a circle. It's like the spotlight of your eye, where the light would be the brightest if it was shining directly at your eyes, the highest point of your eye. So it's really making your eyes look more round and just kind of making them pop out of your head even more in a flattering way. Then to add even more dimension, I'm going to take the shade Adagio, which is that deep chocolatey brown. It's really, really pretty. And I'm just packing that on very, very slowly. I use a tiny amount of this because I don't want it to be super overwhelming. I'm just going over the orange shade on the inner outer corner and slightly through the crease. But I don't want to bring it up too high. I want the orange to be higher. So again, I'm taking the honey shade and I'm using that to blend around the edges so that the Adagio shade isn't patchy or streaky or anything like that. For the spotlight, I'm going to take Subliminal, which is a beautiful glittery orange, and I'm just packing that on with a damp brush. This shade is kind of like a topper, to be honest. And then to blend the Subliminal shade in with the Adagio, I'm going to take Archetype, which is that deep chocolate brown shimmer, and just place that next to it. Then for the lower lash line, I'm going to take a Narrative and just sweep that all the way across from inner to outer corner. To deepen things up, I'm going to take a very flat, precise brush and take Adagio and just nestle that between the lashes. Then to tie in the upper lash line to the lower lash line, I'm taking the orange shade called Honey, sweeping that across, doing some tight lining with a brown liner, adding mascara, and that is the look. I really like how this turned out, super sultry and beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Catch you in my next one. Bye!